Good morning, everyone. So here's our lesson of the week. We're going to be going back and reading some stories that we have already read before, but we're going to be focusing on what is called narrative nonfiction. And I'm going to include a video for you to watch that explains what narrative nonfiction is. But basically, it's a story. It's a nonfiction, so it's real things that have happened, but it is told in a way that you would tell a story from beginning, middle, and end. Kind of like some of the stories that we read, like The Bad Guys and Captain Underpants, beginning, middle, and end. But it's about real things. And this one is a memoir. So a memoir is a text about a personal experiences and memories of its author. A memoir may focus on one part of his or her life. So these things actually happened. They are real. Memoirs include events that happened in the past and are usually presented in chronological order. The events in a nonfiction memoir include real people and their feelings about those events. Authors of memoirs use descriptive language and sensory words to share their experiences. So let's set a purpose. Think about the genre and title of this text. Why do you think the author chose this title? What do you think the text will be about? I'm going to make it a little bigger so we can see. Now, as you can see, we've got a little boy who's upside down in he's floating in the air along with the clouds and the birds. And then here I see a really busy city. So this is what I thought it was. So when I feel upside down and lost, I feel lost, scared, and confused. I looked at the cover, we both did, and I think maybe he doesn't like living in a city. Or maybe he feels left out. So let's look at the critical vocabulary before we go on. So we have the word steep, speed, breezy, conductor. So we'll look at those words in a minute and see what they are. So, critical vocabulary. If a hill or a mountain is steep, it is difficult to climb because it goes almost straight up. Speed. When people in cars speed, they drive fast. Breezy. When it is breezy outside, you can feel the wind softly blowing. And number 4, conductor. A conductor directs a group of people who sing or play musical instruments. Let's look at the pictures that go with that. Steep means it's really inclined. Speed means someone's going fast. Breezy, you need a lot of breeze to get a kite up in the air. And conductor, someone who is helping others and guiding them. Okay. So let's go ahead and read or begin reading this story. The Upside Down Boy by Juan Felipe Herrera and illustrations by Elizabeth Gomez. When I was little, my family spent years working in the fields as campesinos. One day, my mama said to my papi, "Let's settle down. It's time that Juanito goes to school." That year, we were living in the mountains by Lake Wolfer, a glassy world full of sky colors. Papi's our old army truck brought us down the steep mountain roads all the way to Miss Andasola's pink house on Juniper Street. I was 8 years old and about to live in a big city for the first time. Juan Felipe Herrera. So here is the actual author telling us what really happened to him. So let's keep going. Mama, who loves words, sings out the name of the street signs. Juniper, Junipur, Juniper. Papi parks our old army truck on Juniper Street in front of Miss Andasola's tiny pink house. We found it at last, Papi shouts. Juniper. Time to start school, Mama tells me with music in her voice. My Juniper Street, I yell to the chickens in the yard. Going to a new place. Don't worry, Chico, Papi says as he walks me to school. Everything changes. A new place has new leaves on the trees and blows fresh air into your body. I pinch my ear. Am I really here? Maybe the street lamp is really a golden cornstalk with a dusty gray coat. I make a clown face, half funny, half scared. I don't speak English, I say to Papi. Will my tongue turn into a rock? I slow step into school. My burrito de papas, my potato burrito, in a brown bag, empty playground, fences locked, one cloud up high. No one in the halls. Open a door with the blue number 27. ¿Dónde estoy? Where am I? My question in Spanish fades as the thick door slams behind me. Mr. Sampson, the teacher, shows me my desk. Kids laugh when I poke my nose into my lunch bag. The hard round clock above my head clicks and aims its strange arrows at me. So we can look at his face here and see that maybe he's not having the best of time. On the chalkboard, I see a row of alphabet letters and addition numbers. If I learn them, will they grow like seeds? If I learn the English words, will my voice reach the ceiling, weave through it like grapevines? We are finger painting. I make wild suns with my open hands, crazy tomato cars, and cucumber sombreros. I write my name with 7 chiles. What is that? Miss Sampson asks. My tongue is a rock. The school bell rings and shakes me. I run and grab my lunch bag and sit on the green steel bench. In a few fast minutes, I finish my potato burrito. But everyone plays, and I am alone. It is only recess, my classmate Amanda says in Spanish. In Spanish, I pronounce recess slowly. Sounds like reses, like the word for cattle. Huh? I say, what is reses? I ask Amanda. So we're going to stop here and look at something. My tongue is a rock. Now right here, he is not telling us that his tongue is actually made of rocks. He's trying to tell us that he can't make the English sounds with his tongue because he can't speak the language. And so he feels as though his tongue is like a rock, but it's not really. He just can't make the sounds. That is called a simile. The high bell roars again. This time, everyone eats their sandwiches while I play in the breezy baseball diamond by myself. It is recess. Is this recess? I ask again. When I jump up, everyone sits. When I sit, all the kids swing through the air. My feet float through the clouds when all I want is to touch the earth. I am the upside down boy. I see. He is the opposite of the other kids. Everything that they are doing, he's doing the opposite of them. That's why he thinks he's the upside down boy. Papi comes home to Miss Andasola's pink house. I show him my finger painting. What a spicy sun, he calls out. He sings out. It reminds me of a hot summer days in San Joaquin Valley. he says, brushing his dark hair with his hands. Look, Mama, see my painting? Those are flying tomatoes, ready for salsa, Mama sings. She shows my paintings to Miss Andasola, who shows it to Gambino, her canary. Gambino, Gambino, see? Miss Andasola yells. What do you think? Gambino nods his head back and forth. Pew, pew, pew. Mrs. Sampson invites me to the front of the class. Sing, Juanito. Sing a song we've been practicing. I pop up shaking. I am alone facing the class. Ready to sing? Miss Sampson asks me. I am frozen. Then a deep breath fills me. 3 blind mice, 3 blind mice, I sing. My eyes open as big as the ceiling, and my hands spread out as if catching raindrops from the sky. You have a very beautiful voice, Juanito, Miss Sampson says. What is beautiful? I ask Amanda after school. So let's look at this. My eyes open as big as the ceiling. Now we know that his eyes are not as big as the ceiling, but he's telling us that his eyes do get a little bigger, and that is telling us that he is surprised, that he has surprised himself. At home, I help Mama and Miss Andasola make buñuelos, fried sweet tortilla chips. Picho, come here, I sing out, calling my dogs that stretch a dough ball. Listen to me, I sing to Picho with his ears curled up into fuzzy triangles. My voice is beautiful. What is he singing? Miss Andasola asks Mom as she gently lays the buñuelo into the frying pan. My teacher said my voice is beautiful, I sing, dancing with a tiny dough ball stuck on my nose. See, Mommy laughs. Let's see if your buñuelos come out beautiful too. I only made it to third grade, Juanito, Mama tells me as I get ready for bed. When we lived in El Paso, Texas, my mother needed help at home. We were very poor, and she was tired from cleaning people's houses. That year, your mama won a spelling medal. Papi says he shaves in the bathroom. Your papi learned English without a school, Mama says. When he worked in the railroads, he would pay his buddies a penny for each word they taught him. Papi says softly, each word, each language has its own magic. After a week of reading a new poem aloud to us every day, Miss Sampson says, write a poem, as she plays symphony music on the old red phonograph. I think of Mama, squeeze my pencil, pour letters from the shiny tip like a skinny river. The waves tumble onto the page. L's curl at the bottom. F's tip their hats from their heads. M's are sea waves. They crash over my table. Juanito's poem. Papa Felipe with a mustache of words. Mama Lucha with strawberries in her hair. I see magic salsa in my house and everywhere. I got an A on my poem, I yell to everyone in the front yard where Mama gives Papa a haircut. I show Gambino my paper as I fly through the kitchen in the backyard. Listen, I sing to the baby chicks with my hands up as if I'm a famous conductor. I sprinkle corn kernels and sing out my poem. Each fuzzy chick gets a name. Beethoven, you are the one with the bushy head. Mozart, you jump black spotted hen. Johann Sebastian, tiny red rooster, dance, dance. In the morning, as we walk to school, Papi turns and says, "You do have a nice voice, Juanito. I've never heard you sing until yesterday when you fed the chickens. At first, when we moved here, you looked sad and I didn't know what to do." "I felt funny upside down," I said to him. "The city streets aren't soft with flowers. The buildings don't have faces. You know, Papi, in the campo, I knew all the names, even of those bugs with the little wild eyes and shiny noses." "Here," he says, "here's my armonica. It has many voices, many beautiful songs, just like you. Sing them." On open house day, Mama and Papi sat in the front row. Miss Andasola admires our drawings on the walls, Gambino on her shoulder. Our paintings look like the flowery fields back in the valley, I tell Amanda. "I have a surprise," I whisper to Mama. "I am El Maestro Juanito, the choir conductor." Miss Sampson smiles wearing a Chile sombrero and puts on music. I blow a C into my harmonica. La la la. "Ready to sing out your poems?" I ask my choir. Uno, dos, and three. So I hope you enjoyed that story. I'm going to include a PDF file of that story for you to read so that you can refer back to it, because I'm going to have an activity for you to do. Today we're not going to answer the collaborative questions because I'm going to have you do another activity. So I really hope you enjoyed the story, and I will see you next time.